Hi, it's me again with CorelDraw Tips and Tricks. Somebody's trying to make a magnet out of this, and this is what he started with. And he sent this to me last night. I just was no help. And he said he spent all day on it, and I believe it. There's a couple things I would clear up right in there. But now he's the only need with the help is to make this look like that. And it's just going to take, well, one, I'm quite, don't understand why this is shorter than that. And also the M up there is not in the black, but maybe that's the way the customer wants it. So what I did, let me just start from scratch. I made a duplicate of that. I moved it over. I went to object in a group and ungroup it because I don't want that little highlight there. And then I took another duplicate and I left click, right click. And this would almost be easier if it was taller. But then I just took that object and I Control D and I used the Shift key to bring it in. Okay. And then I took the color, I got the Smart Fill tool, I took the eyedropper, I took a sample of the color and I put it in that inside box or the outside box. Then I put it in the inside box. And then I took away the line. And then I took the inside color holding down the control button and I just added different degrees of white. Okay. Now you want to make sure that there's only two objects. So we're just going to nudge them over. And then I'm going to grab this. And there's probably a couple of ways to do this. I mean, one, let's do it the other way that's not going to work, I don't think, as well. You could grab that inside green and blur it. And, maybe even feather blur. And I don't really ever use it, so I don't know. No, that's not going to work. Let's just try Gaussian blur. And it blurs it, but it doesn't kind of fade it in. So then I thought, well, if it doesn't fade it in, why don't we blend it? So I'm going to go to Effects and Blend. And I just blended 25 times. This time I'm going to go 50. And if it was, even if, I'm not going to say it's perfect, but then you'd want to nudge it over back to your color. I'm not going to say it's dead on. So maybe you don't want to use white. You want to use a lighter yellow. Let's just back up here real quick. That's one thing I like about Corel. Just back up and do it again. And so I'm going to take this. I'm going to hold down the control button. I'm going to add a little yellow now. And then I'm going to grab it all. And I'm going to blend it. There's a little bit of a corner going on, but I think it's going to be pretty close. I'm going to take that away and put this in that spot. If I was the customer, I'd be happy with that. It's just a different, maybe you could blend it more times. Hold down the control, put a little yellow. All I'm trying to do is make a light green. And let's just try a blend of 90. Saying a lot of times they won't blend because there might be more than one object there. But we could blend it 100 times. And you're going to kind of get the same result. Maybe a little bit brighter. Anyway, just something to play with. But I would you did a great job. Just a couple of these little tidbits right there that you could very easily fix once you break it apart and just, kind of hide those lines. But other than that, hats off to me. Hats off to you, and hope that helps somebody. Thank you for watching.